John here, guys, and today we're talking about something new, something incredible in the hobby that is changing the game. This is the $199 Hyperlight Floss 3 build kit. That is everything that you need to build a premier quality racing quadcopter in 2019. Everything you need. Now, why is this such a game changer? Well, for those of you who have not been racing or flying for any length of time, you know that a quality racing build can typically cost you $250 to $350, period. That's it. That's just how much it costs. That's the cost of entry. Now, you can get away with less. I mean, heck, you can race, $150 Eachine Wizard if you really want to. And we've seen people do that at some of our beginner series races. But if you really want to be competitive, you generally have to spend a little bit more. And not just that, you need multiple of the same setup so that when one goes down, when you crash it, when you smash your camera, you can just change over to your backup and keep going in the air. So, have a vintage motorized pull back and go Voltron set right here. That represents all the pieces of this kit. So it comes with the Floss 3 frame, a Foxeer camera. It comes with the Pyro Airbots, Hyperlight F4 and Typhoon stack. It comes with 4 of the Hyperlight 2205.5 1722 kV high voltage edition. We're going to be running 6S on this. So it comes with 4 of those. It comes with one of these antennas. I believe it's a Foxeer, and it comes with a Unify. And of course, a Foxeer camera. This is actually a Predator, but it comes with the Foxeer Micro Aero Pro, I believe, which is a great camera. I used that for quite some time. So I'm going to make a couple of modifications as I build the kit, but it's pretty much going to be the same. I always use the same VTX on all my builds, so I'm just going to do that to maintain my own consistency. But it comes with a Unify. Most people prefer the Unify. So let's get this build up. Let's form Voltron and see what the #1 value in the hobby today looks like. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I heard the rumors they were going to be putting out a kit like this, because you just couldn't assemble something for this price. You couldn't buy a bind and fly. In fact, when the Emax Hawk 5 came out, it represented an incredible value with many of the same type of parts, and that cost $250. So how could you get all the parts yourself, learn to do your own build, have all of the quality components, specifically matched to the perfect specifications? That's part of newcomers' most difficult things to do, is how do I select a build list? Well, this is done for you. Everybody knows that it already works, comes with everything you need to build it up. So all you gotta do is put it together. Perfect for first-time builders, perfect for first-time people that want to get into racing and want to build 2 or 3 of these so that they can generally compete. This is a real racing machine, guys, or it will be. So let's go ahead and put it together.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Arms and body. And I'll form the head.
So here it is, guys, all built up. The Floss 3 $200 kit with a few changes. So this is essentially a Johnny 5 edition of the Floss 3 kit. So the changes I made were I swapped out the camera to a Foxeer Predator. Instead, I used the AKK Race VTX. Now, I will note that's really more of a side grade, or maybe some people might even call it a downgrade, because a lot of people do prefer the Unify, but I like to have all my VTXs the same just for consistency's sake. And then I upgraded the antenna to the Luminaire Axis Stubby, which I like to use in all my builds also for consistency. I did make one small addition, which was on the underside down here. I used an orange, Hyperlight orange, tiny LED right there, which is quite bright. Now, this is a fully enabled BL Heli 32 setup. So what does that mean? It means that you can do really cool things like change your ESC startup tones. And let's check that out right now. Let's see, what startup tone have I selected here? I selected the Voltron. No, not Voltron. Nobody had made the Voltron theme song, so I couldn't do that. That is actually the upgrade sound from Metroid. Classic NES game. And as you can see, that orange LED is quite bright. I love these tiny LEDs. They fit perfectly on the underside or the sides of your arms, and it just kind of helps if you ever get lost in the field to be able to see where the heck your build went. So I love the fact that this is a BL Heli 32 ESC. Look how nice and clean the build goes together. I like to run my wires like this in the middle to where the joints are just kind of sticking out on the outside. It also makes it easy to access if you ever need to make a repair. I did use some forever tube thingies right here for the antennas. Gets you nice reception. I'm using an MMCX AKK Race VTX. There'll be a review on that. It may already be on the channel. That's one of the new ones I'm testing right now. So what do I think? I think that this offers an immense, supreme, massive amount of value for all of you entrants into the hobby. If you want to figure out what to build, what components to select, like I said before, that's one of the hardest pieces for wanting to know your own build, because there's so much information out there, and those components get old so quickly that it's so hard to put together a good build list. By the time you go and watch a video, half the things on those component lists are old already. They're no good anymore. So this is the latest, and you know, these guys are going to keep this component list, this build list up to date. That is one of the great things about this, guys. And one thing that you'll notice is this ESC's already been updated. You know, if you buy one of these kits now, it's going to come with the new Furling Airbot ESC. So already, since I've gotten this, there's a new piece to that. It's really just a slight variation, so there shouldn't be any performance changes there, but I just did want to note that they're keeping this kit up to date, so you won't have to worry about things getting out of date. Wow, what a value. What an immense value. I can't believe that you could put together a kit for $200. That's crazy. So let's show some flight footage from this. It flies great. I mean, this is a very light setup. It comes in at about 262 grams with props. Very light. And with that lightness is going to do a couple things. One, you're going to be having less inertia when you hit things, so hopefully that means less things will be breaking. But it is also nice that this does come with, you know, the spare arm. So you do have a spare arm right out of the get-go, which is fantastic. Throw that in there. Let's get to the footage though, guys. I know that's what we want to see.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go.
Just